Hi, and welcome to my DIY series where I learn as I go and hopefully make it cute by the end. And today we're tackling my hallway. So this hallway opens up into the kitchen with this big archway, so I feel like it has so much potential to be so beautiful, but right now it's just kind of blank and boring. Minus my son's artwork, of course, because it's adorable. I had some leftover beadboard from redoing the guest room, so I thought, you know what, hell yeah, let's do some beadboard. So the goal is to add some warmth, make it feel cozy, and figure out how to display my son's art. Along with the beadboard, I also wanted to add trim around the closet doors, so I got to measuring and cutting, and don't worry, I wore protection. First, I removed the baseboard so I could install the new trim, and this was my first time doing this, and I was a little nervous. I did struggle for a little bit there, but I got it off eventually. For the side trim, I did 1x3s and then a 1x2 with a 1x3 cap for the header, but the top piece did end up looking too small, so I went back to Home Depot for a 1x4. Next was installing the beadboard, and honestly, so much easier to do than I thought. I used brad nails instead of adhesive just in case I ever want to change it later without removing the drywall. The next day, I did a bunch of caulking, added the braided molding, finished the closet trim, and used wood filler to fill in all the holes. And then it was time to choose a paint color and tell me why picking a color is so freaking hard. I kept going back and forth between keeping it neutral or going more bold, but in the end I went with Stardew by Sherwin-Williams. I've always loved the idea of having a blue accent around the kitchen somewhere. So I primed her up, I painted, and finally it was done. I took a step back to look at it and I didn't love it. My soul was crushed. I felt like the blue was just too overwhelming for the space and there was something else that was throwing it off, so stay tuned for part 2.